And we're live. Live on Sunday evening live. How are you guys doing today? I'm just chilling. Yeah, so I was watching a video earlier about some guy who was quit his job as a surgeon, and he was explaining how he stopped because he felt that doctors were not actually healing the problem that he went to school for. And as a doctor, he thought his role, well, basically he thought his job was to prevent suffering, and he didn't feel like he was doing it because the surgeries that he was working on, they didn't address the root of the problem. They just kind of patched it up. And he was saying how modern medicine doesn't really, in most cases, address the issues that cause the problems. That basically it doesn't heal people. Modern medicine, it just puts a patch on it. Because at the end of the day, hospitals want to make money. What's this? Oh my lord. No shortage of spammers are there. Tried to sell something. Thank you, but no thanks. But anyway, made me lose my train of thought. So yeah, back to what I was saying. He's talking about how doctors don't, the medical field in general does not heal people. It just puts patches on things. And in my experience, yeah, that's true. But he said what really heals people is that I think I should probably focus more on is what actually heals people. And what he said from observation, because his idea when he got into the medical field was that he was going to be able to heal people. That's why he became a doctor. And eventually when he discovered that modern medicine doesn't necessarily heal people, he quit. Granted, he did make a ton of money before he quit, but he did quit. Because neurosurgeons, they are not underpaid, that's for sure. So, after he made his probably millions, he decided to quit. And he sounds like he has a pretty good life. He has a supportive wife, lots of money. It's funny when he said how he quit his job, like it was the end. like he's like, oh, I quit something. I only know how to. This is all I know how to do. Like it was the end. Like he had no other way of making money, and that I come on, man. You have a college degree from MIT. Even if that's all you know how to do, you could still get a management position at almost any major company, even if you don't know crap about management. You have a doctorate from MIT. So when I heard him say that, I was like, come on. These people, I mean, they work hard for their privilege, but they are so privileged that just to say something like that is like, it's like you have no reason to even try to talk to us like you're on our level. You have like more privilege than probably like 99% of the people in the world, you know? Definitely more privilege than me. I would love to have a doctorate from MIT. But anyway, moving on, he addressed what he thought actually does heal people, and this might help some of you. It definitely might help me, considering I do have two pretty serious back injuries that I could be collecting money from the government for, but I refuse to, because if I make any more than what they give me, then they'll take it away from me. And I like making more than, I think, what is it? Like 15, maybe less than 2,000 a month they give you if you have like kind of injuries I have, which is enough to live on, but I like having a little bit more because let's be realistic, the world is expensive and you're going to be living like crap with less than 2,000 a month. But anyway, what he said he observed and he thinks heals people is, one is getting 8 hours of sleep a night, which I still struggle with getting. I think I get about 6 to 8. And the other was exercise. I definitely do exercise. I mean, when I'm not training for a fight, I exercise less, but I do exercise. He said another is getting lots of nutrient-rich foods, which i.e. is like greens and vegetables, or vitamins. I guess taking vitamins also on top of that definitely wouldn't hurt, which I definitely do take. Not drinking. Yeah, I rarely drink, so I don't have that problem. He said having a good support structure. I thought that was interesting. Like good social life. Like people that are genuinely care about you, good friends, as opposed to like, people that aren't, are bad influences. I guess people that party a lot, maybe, I don't think I need to go into detail. Most people get the idea, but staying away from those people and having like a support structure of hardworking people that, are ethical and, aren't opportunists trying to take advantage of people. So I think I've, kind of cut out that. I did live in a bigger city, not too long ago, and, I don't know if all cities are like this, but some cities are just rife with bad influences. But to move on to the next example is, or the next thing that he thinks actually helps heal people is, I guess a good marriage, a supportive wife, partner or whatever, if you're not into getting married. So what did I address? I addressed exercising, sleep, good diet, healthy support structure from friends and relationship, and what? Oh, meditation. You said meditation, and I do meditate. Not every day, but I have discovered meditation, and I think I've gotten, to intermediate level where I feel like I got a good grasp of what I'm doing, but I still am not, haven't reached nirvana. But I'm going to start doing these things more often now that I've heard a doctor from MIT tell me about it. But yeah, considering I do have back problems, and he said all these people that were doing these things, the majority of them healed without surgery. And at one point it was really bad when I had back pain. I could barely walk. I don't know if it was last year. It got to the point where I could not walk more than a block, and if I tried to take the garbage out, it would exacerbate the problem. And I rested for a long time. I went to a doctor. I got some shots in my back, and I wish I didn't get the shots, because now that I hear from a doctor from MIT saying that all they do is take away, for the injury I had, what they do is they let's say you have something pinching on the nerve. What they will do is they will take away, let's say it's a bone or cartilage pinching on the nerve. What they do is they will take out the cartilage. They won't add to it. They won't try to fix it. They will basically just take a chunk of your body out so that it's not pinching on the nerve. And I allowed them to do this, and now I'm missing a piece from my body that ultimately is making that part of my body weaker now, because that piece is no longer there. But anyway, I can't take away the past, right? I can't go back to the past. So luckily I didn't go as far as getting a full-on surgery, but I did have them give me injections that atrophied the area somewhat to keep it from pushing on that nerve. But I did, when I was training in Thailand, I met somebody with a similar injury. I don't know if it was fate or what, but he told me about a chiropractor, and you got to be careful with chiropractors, because there's a lot of chiropractors that can injure you. So you have to, you really need to do your research. But I went ahead and thanks. Much love to you. Thanks for watching. But I went on to this chiropractor that somebody told me about, and I was very hesitant. I was reluctant, but I was in pain, so I was desperate at the same time. So I went and saw this chiropractor, and to my luck, my back has never been better. I mean, I was training afterwards for a fight, but and it did actually get to the point where it was somewhat injured, because I was training so much. So I was training like a 19, 20-year-old, and I'm almost 40, so it makes sense. But after I had the fight, it went back to normal, and it's definitely not nearly as much pain as before when I was actually seeing a modern medicine doctor. And yeah, it's interesting how he says that what actually heals people is not the surgery, it's the life choices. So yeah, I guess that's my message for today. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people on here today, huh? Maybe it's just time of day. It's Sunday, people should be on. What's up, Rudos? Are you still here? But yeah, if you're having any kind of pain, I suggest, before going to the doctor, I suggest looking at your lifestyle and making a checklist. And the first thing on the list should be, well, are you resting enough? Are you sleeping at least 8 hours a day? After that, how's your diet? Are you getting lots of nutrient-rich foods, you know? Are you, partying too much? Yeah, that might have a lot to do with it because, go out too much, you get dehydrated. Are you drinking enough water? Or, all these things. Do you have a good support structure? Do you feel supported, like, friend-wise? Are you meditating? Are you releasing that stress? Are you stressed out a lot? Do you feel like you're stressed out a lot? Meditation might help you get rid of that energy. Are you exercising? Yeah, maybe you should start exercising more regularly. So, yeah, I hope that was able to help some of you. So, if you're experiencing pain like me, then this might help you feel a little bit better. And I hope it does. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else to talk about. Yesterday I was talking about dreams. Oh man, speaking of dreams, I did have a dream last night. And my dream was, I dreamed I had a boxing match, actually. And when I woke up, it was so real that I almost believed that I actually did have the boxing match. Like, it was actually something part of my history. I was blurring reality from my dream. It's pretty crazy because it seemed so real. I've been having a lot of real dreams lately, and I don't know if it's because I've been taking more vitamins. Like, before I was taking vitamin C supplement, and iron. Now I added Panax ginseng and vitamin D on top of that. And I also take this electrolyte mix that is has a bunch of vitamins, like B12 vitamins and stuff. So I don't know if that has something to do with my dreaming, but my dreams have been so vivid lately. It's kind of crazy. Like, literally, I wake up, I have the dream, and it's like I'm still in the world. Like it's part of my history, like, already. Like, I actually did it. It's so strange. All right, well, that's my, rant for today. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening, and nice to meet you, Rudos. Till next time.